Offense for a new head coach might be in Miami with the speed that they have around Tua, but how is Mike McDaniel going to figure out how to get the ball from Tua to the speedsters, Pete?
Well, I think maybe they'll use a baton instead of a football and let them just go, run track out there because they can flat out fly. We know that with Waddle and Hill, they can get up the field quickly. The problem is Tua. And does Tua have the ability to drive the football down the field? What I think Mike McDaniel will do, remember, he'll bring the 49ers offense here. He already said this week he's going to try and use some of the principles to allow Tyreek Hill to be a lot like Deebo Samuel. I don't imagine they will run the football with him from the backfield as much, but they'll get creative with him, get the ball into his hands quickly. The one thing about Tua is he has to be able to hit the deep shots better than he's been able to. And that's the unknown for this team. And if he makes strides, this offense is going to be dynamic. If he doesn't, you'll see Teddy Bridgewater in there sooner rather than later.
Oh, come on, Pete. There's fire in the belly now. There's fire in the belly for Tua. There's weapons for Tua. And so I think that's going to allow him to flourish, and hopefully the offensive line holds up because that's been a miserable situation for the last couple of years. So Teron Armstead, Connor Williams, some of the guys they brought in, they'll still address it in the NFL draft. But obviously putting the weapons around Tua should allow him to be another quarterback. Again, it's such a deep position. You can wait for guys like Derek Carr, for guys like Tua Tagovailoa, get some great value, Kirk Cousins as well. But clearly you're looking at the receivers as the premier players for this Dolphins offense. So Tyreek Hill, he obviously loses fantasy value going from Patrick Mahomes to Tua Tagovailoa, but still a guy you're going to take probably in round 2. If he slips to round 3, I think that's a steal. He's no longer a first-round pick. Hopefully we still get the type of target opportunities that we saw from Kansas City. But like you said, Pete, the offense from San Francisco, what do they do well? They get their guys in space. Yards after catch. Is there anybody better than Tyreek Hill? Probably not. So he's still a guy that you look at as a top 10 fantasy wide receiver, just no longer a top 5 guy. Jalen Waddle went from a borderline number 1 wide receiver without Tyreek Hill. With Tyreek Hill, still top 20 guy, better in PPR than non-PPR. The question becomes, which of the 2 running backs are going to be more successful for fantasy managers? I tend to think it's going to be Raheem Mostert, especially based on value. Chase Edmonds will go first. Mostert will probably come a little bit later, but Mostert, another speed guy, obviously comes from the San Francisco system. Mike McDaniel's probably lean on him first, and then we'll see what Chase Edmonds does as that complementary weapon.
I think Pete tuned out after Jamey mentioned Tua and Kirk Cousins in the same sentence. those 2 guys in one sentence, and then that's all she wrote for Pete. Doesn't want to hear anything more about those guys.
No, that's not what it was. Hey, Chris. That's not what it was. When he mentioned fire in the belly, there's a bathroom over here. We've seen plenty of people going into that bathroom with fire in the belly. I can tell you that.
Too much information. Yeah, too much information.
Yeah, definitely way too much. All right, let's talk one more team.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.